Okay, guys. So in today's task, we're going to talk about debugging. So the first thing is go through the resource. Debugging is just trying to fix errors. Okay. So let's show the quiz and then so this one it says where did the first error occur? As you can see, it occurs on line 11 to 11, and then this one it says um if you this one is you want to you want to assign j to be j minus 1, so it is just one single equals to. So that's what happened. You want to make it this instead of this, right? And then this one, let's see, this one we are talking about the print f. So the print f would print when the loop finish, and then also it will show that break will it will cause for loop exited to print indicated that the even number is even printed. So these are the two stuff that will happen. Is either it's going to print this for after when the loop actually executes, and after it executes, it's going to print this one. Okay, so this one is just when you don't put an increment to a while loop, right? When you don't have G++, the zero remains zero forever. So zero will always be less than 10, and also the loop continues forever. So that's the two things that you give to it. Okay, so you say the increments J never increments, so it's always going to print zero, and J never increments, so it will always be less than 10. Okay, so going to this one, we say in most projects we often give you one main file to test with. For example, the main file. So they are going to give you a main file to test with normally, and then you have to create a function normally. Okay, like this one that you created before. So now they've given you a main file, and then they've given you the header file, and they've given you the um function. Where is it? Okay, they've no function. They just give you the header file, the main file and the header file, and they expect you to probably have this positive or negative, but you don't need to test it if you are sure of what you are doing. Okay, but you can also always test this main file with the function. Okay, so they passed 98 to it and they printed 98, so they are now telling you that you should pass a number to it that will make it print zero is positive. So for this one, all you need to do is just we copy this one and put I to be zero, and it's going to print is zero, right? Okay, so um, based on the main.c file, create a file called zero main.c. This file must be tested with the function. So you test it with this function to give the output zero. So and then you are not coding the solution function, you are not coding any solution. So all you need to do is just to adjust what they put to this main.c in this zero main.c. So you only need to upload these two things, and then they will provide this one for you. So if you want to test it, you can provide this one yourself and test. Okay, and then when they compile their own, when you compile it at the end, you should be getting zero is zero. So WC like that, and yeah. So that's that for this, and then let's have so let's start. So you create a directory here, you copy this guy, okay, and let's copy it and let's put it here. So we control we cd into our ALX low level, right? And then we make the directory, sorry, we make this directory, right? So we cd into that directory, and ls, no, there's nothing there, so we'll create our readme first, readme.md. Then we, we can write so many things into it. Right, so make sure it's not empty. So we have our readme file now. So the next thing we want to create is probably our header file, and then you are not doing anything, you're just going to copy this header file. Okay, so from here to this place, and then I know you might be new to this in-depth define. So this one is just if not defined, define it. So this statement will just help it in case you mistakenly paste this thing twice. Okay, instead of the GCC getting confused, this stuff that you've done will make it just pick one out of it. Okay, and then to be able to execute. So we go back here and then we'll do our is it main.h. Main.h, good. So you do vi main.h and then you paste your main.h there. Okay, and then you exit it. Okay, so now we have our readme and main.h. So the last thing we are creating is the file itself. Okay, so the file is 0 main.c, right? So you copy that and then paste it. So we vi into this, right? And then we copy this guy. Okay, so we include this and copy it. So yeah, okay, so we'll bet it. I'm very sure we are going to see some errors because we copy the code. So we have error from 10 to 15. Okay, so let me clear my screen and vi it again to clear those petty errors, right? So to clear it, we set numbers, set number. I can set list to see my white spaces. Okay, hey, sorry, I was pasting it there. Let me just undo it. Okay, so set list. Okay, so yes, I've seen my white spaces. So let me insert and then go clean up the white spaces. So from here, there are white spaces here. So back here and then tab. I press my tab. You see. So all these places that's there and that is not filled up with character. It is white spaces. Enter and tab. Okay. And then all these places tab. Okay. All these places I can put tab again or tab again. Come here, put tab, tab. Can you see that it is filled with white spaces now? Tab. All this place. Tab, 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 tab. Where else? I think we are good for now. So let me check again. And then Betty again. And then okay, Betty said we are good, right? LS. So I think this is all that you need to do. But if you want to test to see if your main function is working, then you have to have that file, this file, positive or negative. So let's first git add and git push and check, and then probably I can quickly test it for you. So let's git add and git commit. Okay, so our commit message, let's put this guy um, multiple mains. Okay, so paste that and then git push. So we git push that one and then we could check. So let's check our code, test. So they said we have some errors to be fixed. So let's check the error. And okay, so he said no, he didn't tell us, right? Let me see. He didn't specify the error. So when you see errors at the last like that, majorly is the output. So let's just see if those other ones are Betty compliance. Okay, so I'll clear this guy and then I'll do ls and then let me check my main Betty main.h. Okay, that one is okay. So let me see 0 main.c again. Vi 0 dash main dot c. Oh, sorry, we are supposed to pass this guy with zero. I forgot. I thought I've done it. Seriously. So we are supposed to make this zero because that's the correction we want to debug. Okay. So you make this one zero and then we exit it. Let's git add again. I thought I've done it actually. And then let's git I'm looking for my old messages and then we git push. Right? So this one should work. So that's major thing that I said we want to do, and I thought I've done it probably while explaining. I thought it has been done. So it should work, right? So basically that's that. We just need to just change the input of this thing to zero. This guy I is now zero, and then when I enters it becomes, it means we've passed zero into the function, and then when it is executed it will say zero is a where is it? It will say zero is zero. Okay, so that's what it's going to print. So what else do we need to do? Okay, so I don't know if we should test it. If you want to see it tested, I can make another video to show you how it's been tested, but I don't want to waste our time. Just comment that, make a video for testing. Okay, so I'm going to do that. So the second one, in order not to waste our time, he said copy this main file. So we have to copy this file, comment out, don't delete it. Okay, the part of the code that is causing the output to go into an infinite loop. Okay, so don't add or remove any line to the code. So they will check the code lines. You are not allowed to comment. You are only allowed to comment out existing code. Do not, you do not have to compile with this. So you don't have to compile, you just need to comment out the thing that made it continue. So we'll copy this right to this point. Okay, so we'll copy that first, and then secondly it says, so our output will be, when they run it, we'll just have infinite loop incoming, infinite loop avoided, and a new line, right? uh, so if you look at this, infinite loop incoming, to print this is to print this, but we'll comment out all these guys, right? So this infinite loop that is making it, because I equals zero, and this one will print infinitely. So to comment it out, we will just come here. So vi, what's the name of the file that we are creating? One dash main.c. Okay, so we just, let me clear my screen. Ls and then vi one dash main.c. Right, then we'll paste this. Then I want to set number and then set list. Okay, so I want to remove all those white spaces. Okay, so I, so three. So I have white spaces here. Return it because it has to be the same number of lines, right? So let me remove these white spaces. Return it. Okay, so let me remove this white space. Or else we'll have so many errors. And then we have white space here too. No, enter, enter, 4. We have white space here too. We have white space here too. Okay, so I think we are done with the white spaces. So let's first Betty it before we do the tags. Okay, Betty one main.c. Betty say we are good. So let's vi to one main.c now. Okay, so see as it has helped us format it. So let me just reduce these guys. I think the tabs I gave it was too much. Okay. Mm. I want to reduce the tabs and then we'll do the task. So okay, so I've reduced the tabs. So if you are commenting out, we'll be using single line commenting Betty star. So you just do this and then your star, and then at the end comment out again, and then we'll do star and then this single line commenting for Betty, and then we'll come here again, slash and star at the end, star and slash. We come here and then star, sorry, slash and star, and then at the end star and slash. Okay, come here, slash and star, and then at the end star and slash. Okay, so we've commented out the while loop. Okay, so let's try and see, because this one used to actually give issues. So let's ls, so we have the one main.c, so we just git add git commit dash m, so let's call it don't delete, right? Oh, sorry, because we have two stuff there. So to use that one, I'll just use this double quotes. Okay, and then git push. So let's clear, and then let's check our code. So it worked, and let's go to the next one. So this one, it says this program prints the largest of three integers, right? So if you look at this is the main, it prints the largest, and then okay, this is the main.c, and then this is the function that helps it print the largest. Okay, and then it has, I think that's all. So basically we have the main file, and then they passed in three numbers. They've initialized 1 2 3, wants to print out the largest number. Okay, so they use this function largest and then pass the three number into it. So the function has been declared down here in order to make it work and print the largest number. So basically we had to fix the two largest dot c so that it correctly print out the largest number. So there's an error here, make it not making it print out. There's a way to test it and do all those stuffs, but for now we're not going to do that. And then it says that we have two largest and main.h, right? It means in that main.h we put the prototype for this guy, right? For this um largest number. Okay, so I think this is the prototype, so let's just copy it. Okay, and then copy, and then we paste that first in our main.h. So ls vi main.h, and then we'll add it to it, right? So you can do like this, and then stay and WQ. So we are done with that one. So ls, so let's now create this guy. So two largest stuff, we have the name down here. So just to be sure, copy this guy, copy, and then vi this, right? Vi this, and then I'll copy this code that they've written, and then I'll correct it, okay, so that it will print out. So there's a way to test it. If you still want me to do the video, I'm gonna make the video. Okay, so copy. Um, so this one too, we have to delete all the what's it called? The the white spaces, right? So set number and then set list. Okay, so let me just remove the white spaces. Sorry, I wasn't in insert mode. So in order not to make it over big, let me just put one tabs to them. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5. So this 4. Okay, so I'm deleting all the white space. 1 2 3 4 1 2 1 2 3 4 1 2 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2, and then 1 2 3 4 1 2. Okay, I think we should be good like this. So we first test it. 32 largest. So we said we are good. So let's just correct what is inside, right? So to correct it, we just come here. So if a is less than, so we want to know if a is the largest, right? For us to know, if we have 1 1 1 1 2, so a has to be greater than or equal to b first. So a has to be greater than or equal to b, and it has to be greater than or equal to c. Okay, so with this, a will be the largest. For example, if b is 2, if a is 5, b is 2, c is 1. For us to know that a is the largest, a has to be greater than b, and a has to be greater than c, or a has to be greater than, and then or probably equal to. So if it is equal to, then they both share the same number, so a will be the largest. Okay, so like that and like that. So if else, we are now testing for b. So b2 has to be greater than or equal to a, or b is greater than or equal to c, right? So b2 will be the largest. Else, let me put some tabs here so I can make it beautiful. Else, then c is the largest, right? If a and b is not the largest, then c becomes the largest, right? So and then return largest, right? So escape WQ, let's Betty again because of the things we added. Okay, so we are that free, and then git add git commit and say detect largest, and then git push. Okay, so let us clear screen and let's test. So let's test for this guy. Okay, so we have a failure. What's going on? Uh, let's see. And we don't have any stuff here. Let's see. Okay, two largest dot C and main dot H. We've added both, right? Two largest dot C. So what are we getting wrong? I don't know. I think we are correct, except let me see. LS. Okay. Two largest dot C. Okay, probably the prototype. I don't know if we didn't declare if this is not what we put in the prototype. Let me copy it. But I'm sure this is it, right? This is it. The largest if A is greater than B equals to C largest equals to A, else if B is greater than B, else largest equals to C, return largest. Yes, this is correct. Definitely. And then mean dot H. Yeah, this is correct. Okay, so let's just check our main dot H. Vi main dot H. Yes, so this one too is correct. What's going on? Let me just copy it. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's correct. So this one too is correct. Let me just delete one. Let me delete it back. So it is correct. So I don't know what's wrong with the code that this one is not accepting it. Yeah. Yes, it's correct. Okay, sorry. I now get. I didn't put semicolon. See as as simple as this thing can be. Okay, so let's git add it again. Let me use my previous git add, git commit, git commit, and then git push. I'm using my old commands. Okay, so let's check again. Okay, look at that simple thing and giving us so many error. Okay, so the last one, this one is quite simple in a way, but it's long. You understand? It's long to quite quickly grab. So for this one, it says this program coming. It said this program converts a date to the day of the year and determine how many days are left in the year. So it will convert your normal date to days, and then it will minus it from the normal year, and then give you the remaining days that remains. Okay, so this is the main file, right? Main dot a dot c. So this is the main file, and then you pass your month, how many days, like font month, first day of 1997, and then there's a function to print. Okay, to print out the month, the day, and the year, and then it will convert. There's a function that converts the months and days to days. Okay, and then this one will not print the remaining days of the year. Okay, there's another function. So we have two functions. One will convert to day, one will print out um the remaining, what's it called, the remaining days, right? So this is the one that converts to day. This is the function, and how it works is that, look at it. It says it uses a switch case. Switch is they are like if statements. So if it is the first month, okay, so if it is first month, you know it is 31 days, right? So case two, days will be what, how many days will be left. So if it is if you put 1 month, probably you are 1 month and 2 days, then it will tell you that the present days that you've used is 31 days plus 1 month will be 31 days for January, right? So, and then how many days left? Probably you've spent 5 days out of that, so it will add 31 plus 5. Okay, so for the second month, 31 and then February is 28, right? So it will be 59. So if you put month 2, it will assume 59, and day what? Probably day 3, like that. So don't let me waste time, and then it continues like that. Okay, so so this one will print the remaining days, and this is the one you'll be working on. Okay, so let me just still copy it now. Okay, let me still leave it. So for remaining days, the function, let me just copy this function and then I will adjust it inside. So this one is to print for leap year. We said this particular one is not considering leap years. 28 days is in February, right? And 29 days is in leap year. But the one you be said now, it says that, so this is the other one that will print the remaining days. Okay, days of the year, remaining days. So it calls the days of the year that we did above, and then this is the one that will print the remaining days. Okay, so let me see. So outlook for, so output for, they said this one, the output looks good, right? It printed out the dates and what, yeah, invalid date. Okay, so I think the output for this one is invalid. So he said, this doesn't seem right. Fix the remaining print remaining days function so that the output works correctly for all dates and all leap years. Okay, so he said you should fix the remaining days so that the output works for all days and all leap years. The above ones only work for all days, but it doesn't work for all leap years. Okay, so line count will not be checked, so your line count can be more than as many as possible. You can assume that all the tests are valid months. The value of months will, will be less than 1 or greater than 12, all this blah blah blah. You can assume that all the test cases are valid months, and so on and so forth. Okay, so basically we have to create a main.h and then this guy, right? So inside our main.h we will have the prototype for 3 for this guy, right? So this is the prototype. So don't let us forget to put comma this time around. So copy this guy and put it inside this place first. Vi main.h and then insert and then paste it, right? And then put our column. Okay, let us clear. Okay, so we have that. So the next one we are doing is um vi this guy 3 print remaining days dot c. Okay, vi this guy, sorry. Okay, and then the content, we copy their content above. So this one, then we copy it to this point, right? And then copy and then paste. Go to insert mode. We're in insert mode already. And then let me page up. So from here. So the first thing we want to do is set number and let's set list. So we'll be able to first attack the. So we have 37 lines of code. So let me be in insert mode and clean all this guy. So in that row. So let me give this one a tab, 2 tabs. two tabs, 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 and this thing is long. Oh. Anyway, it's the last one, so two tabs. I think there should be even a command to delete white space automatically. I will search on that and let me see. Okay. Oh my god. I hope I've not spot something there. Okay. Okay. And I think we are good. If I exit and dirty thing, let me see. Warning, suspect code intel for conditional statements 2404. Okay, I don't know. Probably have 2404. Let me see. Right, that's line what? Line 17. Line 17 should be line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Somewhere here. For what? 2404. 240. Do we have anything like 240? Anyway, let's get to it. Okay, so let me go back to it and correct it. So the first one is okay. Yes. So the first one is we have our if statement. Okay, so let me just first. So this one is for the leap year. Okay, in order to get leap year has to be divisible of 4 to give you 0. It has to be divisible of 400 and divisible of 100. So if it goes like this, it means it's a leap year. So define for leap year, how to calculate for leap year. Okay, so I'll first be on insert mode, and then let me remove this one. If the year is divisible by 4, or the year is divisible by 400 equals to 0, and is divisible by 400, so we remove this one, and is divisible by 100. Okay, so I think this should work. So these ones I'll put them in a bracket. These are the ones I'll put in a bracket, right? Two brackets and then one more bracket outside here. Okay, so yes, so if it is this one, or so it's either is divisible by 4 and 400, or 4 and this one. So one of the two, it should be able to go in this, and it should be able to, or it should be able to go in between these two. Okay, so yes, so in order to put it in a good arranged manner, I'll just put 100 here, and then and I'll put 400 here. Okay, so that's that. So this one goes for the second month. As we know that the second month has to be 60 days. So if the second month, if month is greater than or equal to second month and the day is 60, okay, so because the second month of a leap year is 29, okay, so we'll add one more day, okay, and then it's correct, they've already added the day. So let me just shift all these guys to this point. Okay, yes, so this one is correct to this point, and then we should print this, we should print this. So this one is saying that we should then, if this thing is done, then print the year that it is, print the days, right? Print the days and then print the days, then 366 minus the days. Okay, so this one will get the days for us. Okay, and then this one will minus the days to get the leftover days, remaining days, 3 minus 366 for leap year. Okay, so this one is for this is like a summary explanation. I know I'm not going into details, but so we are here now, and then this one is else. So else, if the month is equals to 2 and the day is 60, then printf invalid date month minus, yes, I think this one is correct, and else, yes, I think it's correct like this. So basically I think that's what will change. Okay, so that's just all we change, just this guy over here to detect this guy. Okay, so let's run it and see. Okay, so let's git add and git commit and say print remaining days. So we'll go through it probably if you have an online class as well. So let's see. Um, sorry, I'm supposed to come here. Yeah, and then let's check code. So we have some error. Let's see. Same error. I'm very sure this thing is like the old one we had. Okay, so 3 point. Let me do it again. Vi 3 point. So we are supposed to have void int month in day days, and then if here equals to then this, yes, if month equals this, yes, yes, I think we are right. We should be right. Day of the year, yes, yes, we are right. This one is correct. Let's say our main dots page again. Yes, we're right. So what's wrong now? What is wrong now? What is wrong now? I don't know. Let's so um I don't know what's wrong. Mm, let's see, let's see, let's see. The error is should be from our main.h, and that's because we don't have we are supposed to add this guy into it for it to run, for their own checker to run. We will include the prototype of this other guy and convert day to months. Okay, so I'm just trying to crack my brain and see what's going on. Okay, so let's add the prototype and see. Don't let us forget this guy. Okay, and then let's git add again. Let me use my previous commands. Git add, git commit, and git push. This is laziness. I would have been done. Let me not been push. Okay, so let's go and recheck. So basically, I think the main.h will be the second stuff that will be checked. So if you have second red stop at the second spot, then it means your main.h is fault. Okay, so let's see. Okay, now we have one more error, right? So this one is probably from the code or something. So let's check the code one more time. What else are we missing? Let me clear. Vi. Main.h is okay, right? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So our main.h is okay, definitely. And then our vi3. So this one too seems to be okay. I don't know what's wrong now. Okay, so let's see. Pa, pa, pa. So void print many days, months. If year is this and year percent equals 0 and year percent year equals 400 1 to 3. If month is greater than, okay, so if month is greater than 2, I think we need to change this guy to greater than 2, not an equal to 2, right? And probably I'm going to explain all this, right? And I think the rest should be good, right? So let's see. Let's go back to our code, git add, git commit, and git push. Okay, so let's check again, and it should be the final check. Still issue on the third line. Why is the issue now running up and down? So let me vi into 13. I'm very sure the error is coming from this 13 and from 0 to rather. It's not a 0 to 0, it's 3 print. Okay, let me see again. It's greater than 2, Dave, 2 else. What else is wrong? Yeah, I think we are good. I think we are good, but I don't know what's wrong. If month is greater than 2, a month is greater than 2. Let's see Betty. Let me see Betty. Okay, it's Betty. Yes, I just thought about that. So we still have suspects code in there for conditional statement 24, 16 error, 1 remaining, 37 minus 2. 17, line 17. Let's see. Line 17. If month is this. Okay, it's trying to tell me that. But, but it doesn't matter. You can have two if statements in each other. So this is the problem. This is the problem. If month is greater than suspected code indent. Even the white space. This is just called designing. So let me git add again. Let me git commit and call it last git commit. What's even the commit message again? Print remaining days and git push. Let's see if this one works. Sure, that doesn't work. That shouldn't work. So I don't know. Something has to be done to this guy. Oh, we passed the test. Wow. Okay. So maybe that's it. So I just probably the if statement was conflicting each other. So I had to just put space there in order to see it as a different if statement. So probably that's why. So all right. See you guys.